Sharing in the real magic of football.
Welcome one and all. This is the 12th man here on TTT, Season 5. And a lot's going on in football. So, let's go to the thoughts. Welcome one and all, as I said before. All right, so let's hear what's going on. There's a little break because there's international football. And at the break, Liverpool are 12 points clear of Arsenal in second position, followed by Nottingham Forest, then Chelsea and Manchester City. It is possible because of the success of the English teams that England, the Premier League, might have 5 teams in the Champions League. We'll see. It all depends on what happens, obviously, in terms of the FA Cup as well. And also what happens in terms of the Europa League, where Manchester United and Tottenham are in contention to win. So there's also a route to get into the Champions League. So England, if you check it, could actually have 7 teams in the Champions League next season. Only time will tell. All right, elsewhere, what's going on in terms of the other leagues? In terms of Germany, it's all about Bayern Munich. They are well clear, some 8 points clear of Bayer Leverkusen. That's Bayern Munich. So Harry Kane will get a trophy this season, most likely, at least one. This team, Bayern Munich, are still in the Champions League as well. So we'll see what happens there too. If you go over to France, Paris Saint-Germain are 19 points clear. 19 points clear, and they are still in the Champions League as well. If you move on and you quickly look at what's going on in terms of Serie A, Inter Milan, they have finally gotten the lead, and they now open up a 3-point lead on Napoli, with Atalanta back in third and Juventus are in fifth. And for those AC Milan supporters, they are in 9th position. So they have a lot of work to do if AC Milan is to end up in the Champions League. La Liga, almost forgot. So in terms of La Liga, if we look at La Liga, Barcelona have the same number of points as Real Madrid. They have a game in hand, and they have a better goal difference, with Atletico Madrid back in third position. We're going to take a short break. When we come back from the break, we are staying in the Premier League. Manchester, Aston Villa, and London we'll be talking with when we come back.
During the weekends, we do like a grill in a come-together like sort of party. It's a community event, so people have to eat and have their bellies full to think a little bit faster when they are playing. You know you have bragging rights in your hood. I'm like, my guy won the game. The taste of victory. During the weekends, we do like a grill in a come-together like sort of party. It's a community event, so people have to eat and have their bellies full to think a little bit faster when they are playing. You know you have bragging rights in your hood. I'm like, my guy won the game. The taste of victory.
Health and wellness, the core of our existence on planet Earth. Let us hear the voices of our very own citizens, our local and regional medical community, scientists and climatologists. Caribbean Medical TV is geared to developing a consciousness in our people in terms of our health and lifestyle. Knowledge is a very powerful tool, and we must empower ourselves with the information to protect against chronic and other related diseases. From the impact of climate change on our health to NCDs, Season 3 of Caribbean Medical TV tackles the challenges we all face, giving our citizens hope for a better tomorrow. Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Diamonds are forever, and so are true sports fans. Here in Trinidad and Tobago, the women do it the best. And if there's one man we know we could trust, is the 12th man, Andre Errol. Catch him every Thursday on TTT's #1 sports show. And guess what? It's the 5th season, guys. The 5th season, so tune in. It's pure vibes, energy, attention to detail, and you don't want to miss it. My name is Kai Selva, and I'm your former 3-time Olympian, and I'm encouraging you all to tune in every Tuesday. You don't want to miss it. Trust me.
Welcome back, welcome back. We're talking football in the English Premier League tonight. We have done a lot of programs. We have had Barcelona supporters and Real Madrid supporters, but tonight we're talking real football, and we are talking in the English Premier League tonight. All right? For those of you out there who are watching, just for clarity. All right, so let's start. Let's start right here now. Let's start. Reynard, welcome. You support Ryan Ramkissoon. You support Manchester United. Tell us why.
Yeah, I think basically start from I think when Dwight choked there. But I wouldn't say from 1999, I was like 7 or something then. But can I just continue from there? And I think back then, when I was 10 years, that would have been the most popular team then to be showing on TV. So you put on TV watching football, so you kind of start from there.
And you've kept up with them despite some of the difficulties that they
Yeah, you know,
through.
the last 10 years it was rough. You know.
And why have you stayed?
No, well, I invest so much time, you know. Because when it come back, it'll be so good.
Tell us about the pain, though, because tell us about the pain of being a Manchester United supporter, given the marvelous success you all have had over the years.
I'm tell you, yeah. So you see that 2013, 2014, the first season post Alex, that was to write a book, one of the roughest years of my life. But I stick with it now. Mentally, it's make me mentally strong. It's make me mentally strong.
How is it dealing with your competitors?
I get used to it by now, man.
Yeah, you said.
My only regret is that back then, I mean, it had social media from 2009, I think.
But not the level now.
I vexed, because I was mad back then too, you know. No, it will be better, man. It will be better, but it'll come back next season.
What are your hopes? What have you seen this season under the new manager, Amarin, that makes you feel it could be better?
Somebody, possession in play, the patterns in play, and for some strange reason, he could set up the team for the big games, get some form of result against the smaller teams. Well, we consider a smaller team because United in 14th, you know.
Right.
He just, them fellas didn't stepping up for the most part.
All right. Let's talk to a happy man, Aston Villa man, Ivan Mendoza. I've known him for a long time. And this show, what I always remember is the day when he made a prediction. Aston Villa was playing Liverpool, right? Aston Villa was playing Liverpool, and nobody believed that Aston Villa could beat Liverpool. I didn't believe it, and of course they beat them by more than 7 goals, as the case may be. Since then, Aston Villa have improved. They've improved even more now under Unai Emery. They're in the Champions League. They're in contention. They're going to be playing against PSG, not Liverpool, because Liverpool were knocked out by PSG. Ivan, first tell us a little bit about Aston Villa this season.
Well, it's probably been the best year I've had as an Aston Villa fan, starting since the year like 2008, when we were a top 6 team for 3 years consistently under Martin O'Neill. So this year to be back in the Champions League, to come up with some great results, to finish in the top 8, still in contention in the FA Cup. We've crossed that 4th round bridge that we have kept us back for many years before. League position still in contention for 4th place, I think 4 points shy right now. So it's a very positive time. It's a great time to be an Aston Villa fan after going through some relegation years, fighting our way back, surviving that first year back. Now it's, you know, we comfortably a top half team and in Europe, and we're pushing to try and be there next year as well.
What has made the difference in your opinion?
I mean, Unai Emery for sure. Yeah, I mean, the Steven Gerrard days even were painful, being back in the Premier League, but still trying to figure ourselves out. And with pretty much the same team that came up, Unai Emery has made some great additions, especially this January, of course, with like Rashford, Asensio coming in and just bolstering the squad. You know, over time, I'm seeing just overall as a club, we've been very well run. And the football and the results are showing for it for sure.
PSG, next opponent. Were you expecting Liverpool? Obviously, you may have been expecting Liverpool. Are you happy or not happy?
I really couldn't pick one of the two.
Right.
You know, two tough teams. PSG right now under Enrique has been really excellent. We've seen attacking football from them like they've never shown before, even without all the superstars I've left, Neymar and Messi and so on. So they would be a tough task. It'd be interesting to see, you know, Unai Emery against one of his former teams. We also have Asensio in contention to play against PSG as well. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be exciting, and I think if there's one manager to give us a chance over two legs, it's Emery. So we'll see what happens.
All right, let's bring in Darren Goodrich. Darren, of course, supports Arsenal. They've gone off the boil, for want of a better word. Certainly, after at one stage, seeming as if they were threatening for more than two trophies. It's a situation where right now the only chance realistically would appear to be the Champions League, but they have to face 15-time champion Real Madrid. Darren, what's going wrong for Arsenal?
Well, we have the big gaping hole in the middle of the field, the striker position. I can't understand. A whole 3 years of challenging, and we have not fixed this position. I mean, come on, from Gabriel Jesus having a great 6-month start, getting injured, to replacing him with Kai Havertz. I can't explain that. And, you know, it's a lapse in judgment.
How are you dealing with all this pain?
Well, I do a lot of sightseeing, you know. A lot of sightseeing, yeah. That's mainly it. Because football right now it's hard. It's very hard, Because we've had opportunity.
You blame the manager? Do you blame the manager?
To be honest, I am a Arteta supporter. I want to believe that he tried, and it's really the board. We've had issues with the board. The board has been the one constant in the last 20 years. Arteta's basically a new guy compared to them, and it's like
new guy after 5 years.
Yeah, compared to the board.
Okay.
And I mean, the board has been squinging basically.
And we have Arteta at all?
Yeah, it is his fault as well.
Must be.
It is his fault as well. But I see it more as a board level issue.
All right, so I'm going to ask it as we're getting ready to go to the break. I'll start with you first. Which team, when they lose, Darian, and it's going to be the same question for both of you all as well. Which team, when they lose, make you happy? Which one team, if you can give us one team?
It's only have one team. Tottenham.
Tottenham?
Oh, have a great weekend.
Oh, yeah. You don't have much problems there, obviously. All right. Ivan, which team, when they lose, makes you happy?
Right now, any team above us in the league, you know, we're fighting for fourth, so once you're above, it gives us a chance to fight. But so I'll say in that regard, probably Man City or Liverpool.
City or Liverpool, okay. Yeah. Reynard, which team?
I feel right now it has to be Man City. But for some reason, I just enjoy when Chelsea lose as well. Eh?
Why? You don't like Chelsea?
I think, like, you know, look at that 2008, 2009, 2010
okay.
That period, it was neck and neck. So it's kind of just stemmed from there. But yeah, Man City for the most part. Yeah.
All right. We'll take a short break. This is the 12th man here on TDT. We'll be back.
During the weekends, we do like a grill in a come-together-like sort of party. It's a community event, so people have to eat and have their bellies full to think a little bit faster when they are playing. You know you have bragging rights in the hood. I'm like, my guy won the game. The taste of victory.
I'm Renee Sion with another edition of Caribbean Week in Review.
During the weekends, we do like a grill in a come-together-like sort of party. It's a community event, so people have to eat and have their bellies full to think a little bit faster when they are playing. You know you have bragging rights in the hood. I'm like, my guy won the game. The taste of victory.
Hi there, I'm Sigoni Mohammed. You probably know me as your resident weather anchor. I've guided you through stormy days and sunshine, bringing you the latest updates and keeping you in the know. But there's so much more to me than just the weather. I'm here to tell you stories that matter most to you, to bring you closer to the truth and always keep you in the know. Because this is more than just a job. It's a passion, a commitment to our community to bring you the news with integrity and heart. Breaking news or a heartwarming story that makes you feel good. I'm here to keep you connected. So stay with us, stay informed, and let's navigate the news together.
TTT News, nightly at 6. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
We have the best fans in the world. You can't miss the passion of Trinbagonians at a sporting event. At some point, we all become the 12th man or woman. Season 5 of the 12th Man is back and better than ever on TTT with your one and only Andre Errol Batiste. Tune in every Thursday on TTT for the most informative and action-packed show on local television. This is Asha De Freitas, a professional athletic trainer, and in case you did not know, we are your specialists in healthcare coverage for the active population.
Welcome back. This is the 12th Man here on TTT. Next up is questions of football brought to you by Coca-Cola. All right, let's go to this question number 1. I'll try my best. What type of mango would what type of mango would you prefer for your opponents before a match? Calabash, dudus, long mango, vert mango, starch mango, rose mango, governor mango, or teen? Not sure the pictures there, but let me go. Teen, governor, rose. Most of us know rose, starch, long mango, vert, dudus, and calabash. All right, let me start with the Arsenal man first. Which mango would you prefer for your opponent and not for your team?
Rose mango.
Why? And who you want to give that to? Which team?
All these Spurs fans could have a rose mango. That is the best. That's the best mango in the world.
Rose?
Yeah, rose. For Spurs fans only.
For Spurs fans?
Yeah.
Why? Any reason why? Because explain why you choose rose.
Oh, rose, exquisitely sour.
Oh,
yeah,
that's why.
It matches very well with the Spurs fans. Yeah.
All right. Ivan, which mango and which set of fans?
Interesting question. For my opponent, I feel a long mango. It tends to stick up in your teeth to give you a little extra thing to fight up against. Yeah, so something in the teeth to get them a little fight.
Any team in particular?
I mean, any team above us in the team. Our biggest rival is not even in the league, which is Birmingham, but out of the Premier League teams, I mean, I feel Chelsea could take it.
Chelsea long mango is sticking in the teeth. All right. Renard?
Yeah, well, for the same reason, for sticking in the teeth, the long mango. But I can't say any team above us because there's there's a whole plantation. But yeah, any time Chelsea or City playing, line up the players one by one. Because I know you can get Pep vexed too, eh?
Right. So it's long mango.
Yeah.
All right, long mango. Long mango is the winner tonight. Question 2. Which football team would the West Indies team remind you of now? Current West Indies team. Which one of these football teams? Wow, boy. Yeah. Anyway. Manchester United, Paris Saint-Germain, Liverpool, Barcelona. Okay, I wasn't seeing the other names. Real Madrid, Arsenal, Chelsea, or Tottenham. So let's go over it again. Which one of these teams remind you of the West Indies cricket team? Manchester United, Paris Saint-Germain, Liverpool, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Arsenal, Chelsea, or Tottenham. Let me start with the man whose team is not there, of Ivan.
Who's coming up with these questions? The West Indies team, I feel I'll go with my brethren here, Team Arsenal. Yeah, you know, full of potential, but just not quite there, missing a little something to really win us a good title. Yeah.
All right, nothing wrong with that, nothing wrong with that. Reynard, which one for you?
Sadly, it had to be Manchester United, dominant years ago.
Right.
I think West Indies won a T20 World Cup in 2016.
They did.
And United won the FA Cup in 2016. So
okay, so you know the similarity.
Yeah, similarity.
All right, that makes sense. Darian, how you respond? Which one for you?
Well, even he's not a cricket fan because Arsenal at least been challenging the last couple of years. Sadly, the West Indies not so much. So I would have to agree and say Manchester United. They've fallen off. They've fallen off quite a bit.
All right, Manchester United. Question number 3. As a football supporter, what gives you the second greatest pleasure? Not the first, is that a trick question. What gives you the second greatest pleasure as a football supporter? Second and not the first. All right? Watching your major opponents lose, calling an opposing fan and boasting, celebrating your team's success with your better half, okay, winning some money on a bet and actually collecting it. All right? An opposing team supporter calling to wish you congratulations, or going to work wearing your team shirt or colors. So what gives you the second greatest pleasure? I don't know why it's not the first. What gives you the second greatest pleasure? Going to work wearing a team shirt or colors, an opposing team supporter calling to wish you congratulations, winning some money on a bet and actually collecting it, celebrating your team's success with your better half, calling an opposing fan and boasting, or watching your major opponents lose. I guess the best thing is this is the team win a title, obviously, so that's what they say in second, I'm assuming. All right, Reynard, which one for you?
Yeah. So if you go based on the choices,
yes, based on the choices.
It has to be the one with the bet, because all the other choices involves your team.
Yes.
So that would be first.
Right.
So second greatest would be the bet, because my team could win, and I could bet on my opponents to lose and win that.
All right. You a gambling man?
Not really, but if the choice is there.
All right, and you sound like a gambling man. The way you analyze, you did analyze that like a gambling man. I suggest, anyway, I don't want to put you in trouble, so I'll leave you. All right, Ivan, which one for you?
I think calling an opposing fan and boasting. Yeah.
Who is called?
I mean, it kind of tied to the first one, watching your major opponents lose. But any supporter of a team that we happen to beat, that phone call to say, hey, we get you this time. I feel if any Crystal Palace fans out there, they've been having our number for a little while right now.
Okay.
And they did double over us in the league again this season. So we have some revenge coming for them.
Wayne was telling me he knows a Crystal Palace fans, Wayne Cunningham. So maybe, who knows, very soon we'll have one from that team. Darian, which one of those?
Well, I feel like this question real save me, because the number one would be celebrating with you, but thankfully it's not about the first one. So the second one for me, it would be
number one for you would be celebrating your team's success with your better half.
Yeah, of course. I
feel you say that question for a particular reason.
Of course. No.
I feel you say that question for a particular reason.
No.
Don't you feel? I'm sure everybody wrongs here.
That is for sure. Yeah? For sure.
But we don't disagree with you.
Right.
We agree with you. Right? Because Arsenal is loyal men, so we agree with
you.
Right, but the Barcelona we know broke.
Yeah, for real.
All right.
You gotta watch them once. But for me, it would be calling when our opposing team lose.
Right.
Yeah, our rivals lose.
Who is called?
My brother is a Manchester United fan.
Oh, your brother.
And the littlest of wins they just get recently, he just want to call me. Like, they don't lose every other week. So I just have to remind him every other week, like, hey.
So how will it grow up in that household? Were you supporting Tottenham? No, sorry, you supporting Arsenal. Yeah. He's supporting Man United. Any other family members supporting any other teams?
Not really.
So that's the two alone. So how that household was? Because at that time, Manchester United and Arsenal were the two top teams
it was,
in the Wenger-Ferguson
area. It was a rivalry, a proper rivalry. You know?
Right.
Some years it would be him. More often than not, sadly.
Yes.
Some years it would be me. It was fun, but the Manchester United fans was tough to deal with.
Who is the toughest fan for you to deal with, Ivan?
I'm glad for the Manchester era we in now,
Yeah.
where we can't even hear them from solo down the table. Because those days when Manchester, I mean, any fans post that treble win, yeah, they have been synonymous with the most annoying fans in the Premier League. So I would definitely say the Manchester fans.
Reynard, is that a fair comment?
I can understand.
So are you like that? Were you like that?
Oh, for
Were
sure.
you were annoying? You
in
were annoying?
secondaries, for sure.
Yeah. What school that was?
That was Naps.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of Man United fans in Naparima?
Well, yeah, a fair bit. Yeah.
And so who used to tease?
I remember it had multiple times when we would, if you just beat Arsenal or even Chelsea on our weekend, that used to be the lunchtime Sunday game.
Right.
And
correct.
Monday morning, bright and early. Fellas.
All right. On that note, we take a short break. We will be back. This is the 12th man here on TTT.
It's savings and big discounts when you shop at Fens nationwide. Upgrade your home or treat yourself to something special. Enjoy store-wide savings on furniture, appliances, electronics, bedroom and so much more when you shop at Fens of Marbella, Penal and Wrightson Road, Port of Spain. Visit us in-store for more information or call 650-FENS, that's 650-3367. Or check us out on Facebook, Fens of Trinidad and Tobago, serving generations.
The Mother Church of the Anglican Diocese suffered significant damage during the earthquake of 2018. Efforts are underway to raise funds to restore this national heritage site. You are invited to make your donations with monthly deposits at any branch of the First Citizens Bank, account number 2696950, Marval Road Branch, in the name of the Incorporated Trustees of the Anglican Holy Trinity Cathedral Restoration.
During the weekends, we do like a grill in a come-together like sort of party. It's a community event, so people have to eat and have their bellies full to think a little bit faster when they are playing. You have bragging rights in the hood. I'm like, my guy won the game. The taste of victory.
If it matters to you, it matters to us. We report the news. News in real time. TTT News, nightly at 6. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Football can make you happy, also make you sad. But all football fans find a common ground in support of their club teams. In Trinidad and Tobago, the fans jump up with the 12th man on TTT television with Andre Baptiste and feel their spirits lift and their hearts filled with joy. Be part of the new season 5, 12th man, Journey on TTT. This is Bruce Grobler, wishing all Trini fans the very, very best. You'll never walk alone.
Welcome all. All right, next up here on the 12th man on TDT is the Fantasy Premier League. Reynard, do you play? Yeah. All right, I'll come back and ask your squad. I know Ivan plays for sure, and Darren, and you play?
No, I don't.
You never played at all?
Yeah, I have.
What happened this season?
No, it's just when I catch myself supporting other teams, I rooted for other players and other teams. Is that?
You're not the first one. Never a lot of people like that, but you know, I not like that. I can still.
I don't like that.
Pick up.
I catch myself rooting for a Chelsea player a couple of years. Nah, don't score nothing. Don't score.
That's the reason you're not the first one. We have had people here who said that they have decided they don't want to support nobody else.
Yeah, forget that.
Even for you, it doesn't matter. It's a nice competition. I find it an interesting competition.
Supporting your team in fantasy could lead to problems. I've experienced that a number of times this season in particular.
Yes. Renat, for you, it's not a problem supporting picking other people.
Yeah, it's make as a league is make you follow the league.
Right, correct.
The league,
then you're more interested in all the other matches.
Yeah, it's give you something to look at, I should say. Because it was hard to watch United some days.
You know, the men in my ears are saying that, They're saying you have no choice. You have no choice. Oh, God. Why are you so wicked? Why are you all so wicked? Anyway, all right. Let's go to the Fantasy League. The top 10 there. Seeing all the names. At one time, Ivan, you was in the top 10.
I had a good start to the season and I'm trying to catch my way back.
Yeah.
Somewhere down.
Well, I see in 20th here on this sheet, if I'm mistaken. Let's look at the next 10. Yeah.
20th, there we go.
And that's Ivan Mendoza. He's in 20th position. Marvin is not on this sheet. All the talk of the Barcelona man, he's gone through a bad patch, people. He boasted, you remember, he told Wayne Cunningham he had broken the three-figure mark. Since then, he's gone back into 2 figures. And below 50 at that. Below 50. That's how bad it is. You see when they boast, what happened? Barcelona again. B and Barcelona boast. Anyway. All right. So anyway, gentlemen, let's look now at the team of the week. That was the team of the week. Let's look at the team of the week, the players who would have done well in the various teams. And then let's look who's in and who's out, who they would have got rid of, who people would have brought into their teams. They're saying Wood, but he flopped, nevertheless. Kluivert, who we saw had a good game for the Netherlands today, actually, to be honest. And Bruno Fernandes, who some Manchester United people don't like, but he is the savior of Manchester United. Whether they like it or not, without Bruno Fernandes, they might have been demoted. Honestly, that's what I would say. If you take away his goals, they'd have been in a lot of trouble without his goals. Let's see who is out. Acuna was injured. Palmer was going through a real rough period. He's now injured. So let's see what happens to Cole Palmer, obviously, going forward. And Isak, who is making a return, he would have scored that goal as Newcastle would have won by 2-1 against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. So congratulations to Newcastle. We have a Newcastle fan that we, at least 1 or 2 that we know, so we have them on before the end of the season. All right. Next up, how many points do you have, Reynard?
In fantasy?
What other points it could be?
I remember I'm not too high up on the rankings, so I can't remember offhand.
Offhand, you can't at all? Like 10 on, like 1,200, 1,300?
Oh no, am I in 4 digits? Am I in 4 digits?
What?
4 digits?
You in 3 digits?
Probably.
No, 3 digits? He want to check it out anyway. But 3 digits, you say?
I gotta check back and see. I remember. I didn't check it last 2 weekends.
You're already picking Manchester United men then. Because how to be? If you're in 3 digits, you're picking too much Manchester.
I think I'm 1,000. I think last time I was on 1,000.
Oh yeah, I'll go.
Not 1,200. Not 1,200.
I would hope so. All right, let's go to the next segment. Let's save Reynard. Let's go to the next segment.
You think you coulda get in on my feelings? You coulda get me fi settle down. Me give ya hit and run.
All right. So in this segment, for those who don't know, this is a segment where we were introduced recently, which really used to do with football, and it's to do with the fact which player on your team you want to get rid of. Hit and run. That's what it really means. Which player you want to get rid of. So let me start with that. Let me start with the Arsenal man, because I want to think about at least 5 players, but I can't give all of it. I want to think about the coach, but he doesn't want to do that. Anyway, Darren, who you want to get rid of?
Well, unfortunately, I'm wearing the colours of Jamaica right now. Raheem Sterling. Why, oh why? Please, back to Chelsea, please.
I don't think Chelsea want him.
Yeah, I don't want him either.
Yeah. He had really popped down, as they say. Anybody from your perspective, Ivan, anybody in your team, whether it be anybody you're thinking that is excess that you could think about maybe even next season getting rid of?
Maybe Ross Barkley. He's had an injury-riddled season. Just on the Bucks, not doing really much. I mean, he had some goal contributions in the early part of the season, but
He ain't getting no game right now.
Yeah, I could see us bringing some reinforcements for his position.
Yeah, he definitely ain't getting no game. Reynard?
Yeah, definitely Mason Mount.
Okay.
I sure if I forget he played for United.
Another Chelsea buy.
Yeah.
Chelsea just
60 million?
Chelsea just tell people that set a men and all them men flopping.
250K a week too?
250 and he had to play no football.
Is he?
Well, that's his best life. No, but he was really a good player. But he has had a lot of injuries.
In the early Chelsea days, he was really good, but away again, 60 million, 250K a week for somebody who not even playing.
Who else would you get rid of in Manchester United? Who would you keep? Let me make it easy. Who you would keep? Let me make it easy. Who you would keep?
I'll keep in Bruno.
Right.
I'll give Højlund another chance.
Okay. Ratchman, okay.
Xerxes really impressed me the last few weeks. I'll keep Dillet and Mazraoui.
What about the youngster? Who? Ahmad?
Ahmad injured, yes.
Yeah,
so Ahmad.
Yeah. So you're keeping the coach, obviously?
Yeah, we'll keep the coach, man. I have a good core there. I have a defender, some midfielders, and 2 strikers. Yeah.
All right. All right, on that note, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back.
During the weekends, we do like a grill in a come-together like sort of party. It's a community event, so people have to eat and have their bellies full to think a little bit faster when they are playing. You know you have bragging rights in the hood. I'm like, my guy won the game. The taste of victory.
It's savings and big discounts when you shop at Fens nationwide. Upgrade your home or treat yourself to something special. Enjoy store-wide savings on furniture, appliances, electronics, bedroom, and so much more when you shop at Fens of Marbella, Penal, and Wrightson Road, Port of Spain. Visit us in-store for more information or call 650-FENS, that's 650-3367, or check us out on Facebook, Fens of Trinidad and Tobago, serving generations.
During the weekends, we do like a grill in a come-together like sort of party. It's a community event, so people have to eat and have their bellies full to think a little bit faster when they are playing. You know you have bragging rights in the hood. I'm like, my guy won the game. The taste of victory.
Football is back, and with it, sporting fans, so is the 12th man. It's new, it's different, it's interactive, and most of all, it's fun. This is Mikey Holding, giving a big shout out to the one and only Andre Errol Baptiste, the original 12th man, back again for a record-breaking 5th season on TTT. Join and share in the smiles and more on the 12th man.
Your business is a powerhouse, and at Unipet, we recognize the importance of efficiency in every operation. From logistics to marine operations, our commercial fuel solutions are expertly tailored to ensure your operations run smoothly and efficiently. With Unipet, it's more than just fuel. It's about providing seamless delivery, unmatched reliability, and the dedicated support necessary to propel your business forward. Join the myriad of industries across the nation that trust Unipet for superior efficiency, sustainability, and performance. Contact us today at 338-4UNI, sales at unipet.co.tt, or visit our website at unipet.co.tt to explore our solutions. Unipet Commercial Fuel, powering your potential.
Segment is brought to you by Unipet.
Sir. All right, welcome back. This is the 12th man here on TTT. Next up is a very popular Waystar segment brought to you by Unipet, where you can get all your gas wherever you go. You say Waystar, who knows what could go your way. All right, so let's have a look at some of the persons who had supposed Waystar moments over the period. A few of the persons, and there are a long list. For one reason or the other, over a 2-week period, they would have had 1 or 2 good days. Bruno Fernandes, well, he continues to have good days for his team, and well, Mohamed Salah, we although he has not proven to be able to deliver on the big stage for Liverpool, particularly in some of the crucial games. Remember the Champions League final, the Carabao Cup final. He hasn't really delivered as many would have liked him to deliver. Ollie Watkins, at one time, Ivan, it seemed that they wanted to get rid of Ollie Watkins, but he's still finding a way to score that odd goal to keep himself in line and in contention, certainly. And of course, in Nottingham Forest, Hudson Odoi, doing reasonably well for his team. All right, gentlemen. So this is about giving you an imaginary situation. It would not have happened as yet, and we're want to hear your version of Wesa for it. All right, so Reynald, I'm going to leave you for last. I'm going to start first with the Aston Villa man because he has the happiest solution to think about. And the Aston Villa man, why the Aston Villa man? Let's start with the Aston Villa man, please. All right, so here we go. Aston Villa. Aston Villa go on and win the Champions League. What would you do? How would you say that way, sir? I see it in your face already. It's like, anyway, you for yourself. Aston Villa go on and win the Champions League. How would you react? Tell us about your reaction.
Well, assuming I could find any words to express the joy I'd feel at the moment, I'll definitely be, grabbing my head like you in the picture there. Wesa!
Anybody in particular you would call after that success?
Nah, boy.
You can't talk? You want me to talk?
Nah.
Where is watching game? At home, where is watching game?
Most times at home, but
right.
For a big game, if it's a final or something, maybe somewhere with some friends.
Any other Aston Villa fans around there who is meet up with?
Not that I know,
So when you go, you're the only man in the Aston Villa jersey.
The lone soldier flying the flag.
Wow, would be a great achievement, certainly. Darian, similar for you because you only have one trophy that is possible, obviously. Despite what Henry may be thinking from Real Madrid, he could be crying in about 3 weeks' time. We'll see. All right, well, let's see. All right, nevertheless, if Arsenal do go on and win the Champions League, let's hear your reaction. Let's hear your reaction. I already heard the reaction in my ears, but I want to hear your reaction.
My reaction, I would be like, talk to me now. Wesa! Talk to me. I'm coming back on the show. I pull in my chair on your side and I interview all the producers in here who's the Real and the Barca fans.
Get him. All right, so let me, who you calling?
I have one Real Madrid friend, Mr. Kiel. He's a big fan, long fan. He had this, the Real fans just had this undertone kind of confidence. It'd be like, yeah, your team good, your team good. But my team is my team. My team better than every team. So I call it.
I mean, they have the record, They have 15 titles.
Yeah, they do. But sometimes they need to take a back seat. So that would be the best opportunity.
All right, we hear you. Reynaldo, boy, over there, man, boy. So
no point, I was worried.
Searching him. European League. Come to them, boy.
Let me give you the scenario.
You go ahead. You give me the scenario.
In my scenario is Europa League win and City come in. So you don't know how City come in 6th. Even if they get the 5th spot in Champions League, City not qualify in either way. Because once you're not winning the league, you're playing for Champions League spots.
Yes.
So, why waste all that time when we could just do what we do in the league, don't get relegated, and
knock out City and take City spot.
Yeah. So
all right. So that's what happened. So here it is.
Right.
You go on. You win the European League. Once you win the European League, you automatically qualify for the Champions League.
Right.
So and remember, there's a new rule this year. Once you win the Champions League, you'll come back. So that's why I'm saying that there's a possibility that England could have 7 teams in the Champions League. That is what it means. Which would upset all the La Liga fans. But that's just reality. All right, so let's hear your version of Wesa and who you would call.
I'm going Wesa! Papayo!
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 Yeah. Who you calling?
Boy, it's a list, but
yeah, wait there. Your phone will be heavy. Your phone will. It's better do a voice note. And what's happening?
Chelsea friends. I feel my little cousin, the Man City fan.
Oshims.
I feel, yeah. He
How old
young
he is?
still, 20, young.
Oh, boy, you do the boy that boy?
No, he's a big man still.
Yeah.
He's a big man. A big man.
He go cry, yes? If you within the European League knock them out of the Champions League spot, that is really, because that takes priority over the extra spot.
He messaged me for my birthday. It was after Liverpool hit 3-3. He said, happy birthday, man. I see Ten Hag handle you up.
Hey, all right. If you do that, he's a big man. He's a big man. He can take licks. If you do that, he can take licks. He can take licks. All right, nothing wrong with that. All right, let's go. Let's go to the doghouse. All right, let me start with you first, Darian. Darian, who you want to put in the doghouse? Could be a player, could be a manager, could be a coach. Anyway, but who you want to put in the doghouse?
Competition when it comes to Arsenal, a real competition. But sadly, it will have to be the man who in charge of the team sheets, bringing in the players. Arteta.
Yeah, he belongs there, without a doubt. Ivan, who you want to put in the doghouse?
I can't think of a player in particular, but I want to throw the whole VAR in the doghouse, messing up the league.
I think this year it's got worse. Last year it was all right, but this year it got too many mistakes.
Yeah.
Too many obvious mistakes, I think, for everybody. And they make excuses by telling you a release afterwards, and we make a mistake. We make a mistake. You know, they're right until they make a mistake. Sure. But that makes no difference, obviously. The game already done, as the case may be. Reynard, for you?
I feel like the same man, you know. Mason Mount.
Mason Mount.
So like I really hate this man. But probably Luke Shaw, Luke Shaw.
Oh, what about Luke Shaw? Yeah, because Luke Shaw...
He didn't even try to be fit, man.
Yeah, he unfit right too.
Collecting salary.
And he collecting his salary.
I think that's about the most, you know, the salary, and and you're talking about a club in debt too, eh?
Yeah.
So, you know.
He's still on the best left back.
But that's the thing, he has potential. But he's really the best for England, eh?
So, yeah, he still play for England, eh?
Yeah.
All right, so that's... Let's see who they put in the doghouse. Let's see who they put. Okay. Southampton manager. Wow. Well, yeah, they continue. They have having an awful... I guess they must be keeping him because they must know it makes no sense to get rid of him. And who will take the job now anyway? Because they're getting demoted. All right. We'll take a short break. We'll be back.
During the weekends, we do like a grill in a come-together like sort of party. It's a community event, so people have to eat and have their bellies full to think a little bit faster when they are playing. You know you have bragging rights in the hood. I'm like, my guy won the game. The taste of victory.
There is no need to suffer. You can come down to the Optimal Life Wellness Center where it is safe, it is affordable.
You don't have to take my word for it. You can come down to Optimal Life Wellness Center and see for yourself and experience for yourself what I have experienced. The life I now live is a lot healthier and more fulfilling. These products have actually given me a sense of a future and very, very important.
During the weekends, we do like a grill in a come-together like sort of party. It's a community event, so people have to eat and have their bellies full to think a little bit faster when they are playing. You know you have bragging rights in the hood. I'm like, my guy won the game. The taste of victory.
Hey football fans, this is Shaka Hislop. Football fever returns to Trinidad and Tobago, and for many, this is the best time of their life. In Trinidad and Tobago, nothing beats a good old talk. The banter, the heckling, the teasing. And in season 5 of the 12th Man, Andre Batiste is committed to delivering your voice and your team. 12th Man is on and better than ever. And all you say a prayer for Andre, please. Let's pray together that this is Arsenal's year. Lord knows we've been laughing at him long enough.
powerhouse. And at Unipet, we recognize the importance of efficiency in every operation. From logistics to marine operations, our commercial fuel solutions are expertly tailored to ensure your operations run smoothly and efficiently. With Unipet, it's more than just fuel. It's about providing seamless delivery, unmatched reliability, and the dedicated support necessary to propel your business forward. Join the myriad of industries across the nation that trust Unipet for superior efficiency, sustainability, and performance. Contact us today at 338-4UNI, sales at unipet.co.tt, or visit our website at unipet.co.tt to explore our solutions. Unipet Commercial Fuel, powering your potential.
Welcome back, welcome back. This is the 12th man here on TTT, season 5. All right, next up is roll back. We're going to roll back the years and ask each of the gentlemen for their best moment as a supporter of their respective teams, whether it's a victory, whether it's a celebration for a title, whatever it may be. All right, let's start with Reynard. Reynard, as a Manchester United supporter over the last 20 years, we're only rolling back 20 years, right? Okay. Over the last 20 years, which is when you told me you started to support, right? Over the last 20 years, your best moment, what is the most outstanding moment for you as a Manchester United supporter? Tell us where you were, how you celebrated, tell us. Yeah. Same question for all of you.
It has to be, I want to say 2008 Champions League final, beating Chelsea, who at the time was like obviously the closest rival. And the way they went into penalty, John Terry missed slipping and falling. I'd say XC the next day too, but it was fine.
That's the XC the next day?
Yeah, I got one too, man. That was good.
So that inspired to get one?
It was a good 2 days of my life, man.
Wow. All right. And where did you watch it?
No, I was home. Watched that home. A lot of the United games, especially big games, I can't go out and I need to watch it home. Take it in, focus.
Because if you lose, what happens?
That's good. I'm gonna mash up everything, man. It's had to pay for it and all kind of things.
Easy. You're not easy. All right. Ivan, for you, which one?
I would go back a few months to the 1-0 victory over Bayern Munich in the Champions League. I mean, I wasn't there for the finals in 1982, winning the European Cup against Bayern Munich. So that's, just to be in the Champions League was obviously first time for me as an Aston Villa fan. So to get the scalp of a big Bayern Munich was a big accomplishment for me.
Where did you watch?
Just at home. Yeah, just at home. And I needed to be in a peaceful environment just to soak it all in.
I'm agree. I like that too as well. Darian, which one for you?
Well, for me, I always go back to our first trophy after 8 years without one. No, 10 years without one. That first FA Cup win against Hull City, when we were losing, we were down 2-0, and we came back and won. That was my first
extra time.
Yeah, that was my first big really celebration with Arsenal, to be honest. So that would always for me.
Where you watch it as well? Home as well?
Yeah, that would be at home. I am a volatile fan, so I make noise. I just make noise. I'll be a different person watching football. So I rather just keep the viewing experience.
Noise as in curling or there's noise?
Yeah, noise curling. If a team score, a balling on the place. If a team concede, a balling on the place. If the ref make a bad decision, and the VAR decision this season against Arsenal. So
that. Yeah. I grant all of you, in terms of the European League, do you like the system as it is now, where instead of where you played in terms of seedings, do you like it more than you like the original system?
I enjoy generally especially for the Champions League as well. But as you mentioned, Europa League, I enjoy it more this season. In terms of the games, the quality of games they're getting and everything. So, once you pass a certain team, it kind of opens you up for easier games moving forward. And then you kind of know exactly how your full brackets on the two sides and everything running. But definitely for Champions League, I really enjoy it this season.
Darren, you like it?
Yeah, I like it a lot. Except for this knockout phase where, for example, Arsenal finished for third and Real had to play a qualifier. The team that seeded higher, to me, they should add some kind of stipulation where the team that finished higher have like the option to play the home game first or second. because I mean, Real have the home game in the second leg, which I always think is the advantage to play home in the second leg, and Real had to qualify while we finished third. I think, you know, they can make arrangements to where the higher seeded team get the option of choice to where the home game.
No, it normally works. It should normally work that way. It used to work that way in the past.
But it doesn't. So.
Yeah. Well, it's a valid point. Yeah. Even for you, you like the way it is, or you prefer it how it was before?
I mean, most people said it worked in our favor this season with this open format. It was, I mean, some exciting games. We got to face Juventus in the group stage as well. But I don't know, it maybe opens it up a little bit more, so you get to face more teams than just, you know, the three in the group. So for that reason, I liked it, but I'm not sure if it really adds or takes away from the competition, to be honest. But either way, just glad to be where we are right now, you know, to make it through those first rounds.
Do you feel you have the harder side of the draw?
Well, no, yeah. I mean, Bruges was a good revenge too, because we played them in the group stage, lost to the unfortunate, you know, Tyrone Mings handball situation. So we got a good revenge over 2 legs there. PSG, like I said, is gonna be very, very tough. I think any of the other teams remaining would have been a tough call. But I fancy our chances still. I think we're gonna disappoint some people.
Renan, from your point of view, you said you like the champ. So that does it mean that you watch, besides your team, you watch all the football, obviously? If you enjoy the Champions League.
Especially this new format, a lot excited, like Aston Villa, Bayern. I mean, you're not going to see that anywhere else unless it's pre-season. But it has some real, I think Real, Liverpool too, was in the group stages.
Yes.
And as he mentioned, you know, and then I think on the last day, City needed like a win or something like that to qualify. So for the most part, every week had an exciting game, eh?
How do you think you will do next year? Because you're aiming for that thing. Because in terms of the European, that's your aim. Your aim is to get there.
I think once we get into the spot, give Amarin a summer to clear out some men, fix that weekly wage bill that definitely crossing over $1 million. Get some things in order. I mean, last 3 games are well, so continually play.
So you're willing for Rashford to stay with Aston Villa?
I think if it's one man I can bring back on loan, probably Rashford.
You think Rashford will come back after the man say that how you had to pay 63-year-old, wait 63-year-old somebody?
The kit man, the goalkeeper coach.
The 63-year-old goalkeeper coach and pay Rashford. How Rashford will come back? That kind of comment, there's no way that man will come back.
The next thing too, I think the way the financial rules go, if you sell academy players, is work out good for you too. So if you get a sale for Rashford, I mean, he's a guy who wants to do well. You know, I once we get men like Sancho, I don't really care for Sancho. So,
so
I hope Rashford does well.
Another man from Chelsea, he's at Chelsea right now, actually.
He's at Chelsea, but it looked like Chelsea paying to get rid of him, if you believe reports. So.
All right, so quickly, gentlemen, because of time. First question we're going to deal with in the Champions League. So let me ask you, you're the most neutral because your team met in the Champions League. Who's going to win the Champions League, Renard?
Well, at this point, I had to say Real, because there's a Champions League winning machine, Carlo Ancelotti there. Guys who have won it 2 years ago.
I don't think there's much argument there in terms of saying that. Ivan?
Yeah, I think Madrid, I wouldn't mind facing them in the next round. See what happens. I'm an optimist.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. And the way Aston Villa are playing, and their manager has won so much European Cups, he has a lot of experience.
Yeah, I think anything could happen at this point.
He have a good brain on him. Darian?
It always hard to look past Real in the Champions League. Always hard. I would actually really like to see PSG. To me, I think they'll make it to the final on their end of the bracket. And I think it'll be a Real PSG final. And I would love to see PSG win. I'd love to see PSG win.
Men say you're dreaming, eh? Some of them men say you're dreaming.
Well, the Barca fans never believe they just lose, but they always lose in Champions League. So
they lose all the time.
Yeah, they always lose in Champions League.
All right, so they lose all the time, nevertheless. We'll see exactly what happened. Much thanks to all the guests. We'll see. And at the end of the day, football will be played on the field, not spoken by those in my ears. Goodbye.
Twelfth Man, brought to you by Coca-Cola.